Hey there and welcome to No Recipe Required. I'm Dave and tonight I've got one of my kids' absolute favorites for you. This is a tortellini and Alfredo sauce. Now what kid wouldn't love that? You got cheese on top of cheese on top of cheese. I love it too. What I'm going to do to make it just a little bit healthier, make myself feel a little bit better as a dad, is throw some asparagus in there, get a little bit of vegetable, and that certainly helps make it a bit of a more round meal. Let's go ahead, get started. Real easy to do. I'll show you how. So since my asparagus I've already blanched off, and I'm using fresh pasta, which only takes a minute or so, our Alfredo sauce is going to take kind of the longest of any component of this dish. So my sauce, I'm just using some heavy cream. I'm going to reduce it down. We add some salt. We'll add a little bit of pepper right now, and you want it to reduce by maybe 20% or so. So bring it to a simmer, light simmer, and just let it go for probably 5 to 7 minutes after it starts simmering. And then that's about time we'll drop the pasta. Then we're going to combine the pasta with the asparagus, throw a little cheese in there. We'll have our dish. Super simple to do. Okay, once my cream starts to simmer, that's about the time to put in my pasta. Again, I'm cooking fresh pasta, so it's going to take about 5 minutes to cook. You want to throw it, salted boiling water, give it a couple stirs, make sure nothing's sticking. And then about halfway through the process of cooking our pasta, we're going to come back and add a handful or so of Parmesan cheese to our sauce here, turn it into our Alfredo sauce. My tortellini's got about 2 more minutes to go, so I'm going to add a handful. This is maybe a quarter cup of Parmesan cheese. I'm just going to let that melt in. And I can tell just by the looks of mine, you can use a little pepper because you want that nice kind of fresh ground black pepper taste in an Alfredo sauce. This is looking pretty good. It's going to thicken once the starch from the pasta hits it. So let's go ahead and drain our pasta. We're going to come back, add it in, and I'm just going to turn the heat up a little bit while I do that. Okay, just drained the pasta, so it's time to add it to our sauce. I'm going to turn the heat up to high because I kind of want everything to come together essentially at the boil. Here's our drained tortellini. I'm using these nice little spinach guys. We're going to get them in there and toss. I'm just going to let these cook kind of over high heat for about a minute to 3 minutes. Kind of depends on the amount you've got and obviously your temperature. If you ever need to thicken it up, just go ahead and add a touch more cream to it. Once we get it reduced down to a consistency you want a little thinner than you might think because it's actually going to continue to thicken a little bit on the plate. We're going to taste it. We'll do any final seasoning adjustments. And we're going to add our asparagus. Let's not forget that. I almost did. Let's toss that in. That's got to come up to temperature. It's just blanched off, so it's about 80% cooked. This is going to bring it the rest of the way there. We're going to be good to go in about a minute. Okay, our sauce is thickened to where I want it to be. So we're going to go ahead and plate in our little pasta bowl here. Make sure you get some of that sauce in there. And like I said, I find Alfredo thickens up on the plate, so you want to go maybe just a little bit thinner than you might think. And in the 3 or 4 minutes it takes you to get to the table, it will definitely thicken up on you. Garnish. Throw a little bit more Parmesan cheese, and you are good to go. I'll see you next time on No Recipe Required.